Hey everybody, it's Mara Allard of Wind, Water, and Wisdom, and I want to talk about energy today, and our energy, and how do we contain our energy. So, once upon a time, I didn't know how to contain my energy, and I lived more in a reactionary state. So as things happened to me, I just reacted to them. And I probably came to believe that living in constant chaos or constant low level anxiety was the way the world was, and that this was just a way to be. I wasn't aware that there was another way of living and that things could be easier if only I could figure out how to do that. One of the ways is containing your energy that resides inside of you, and not leaking it out to everyone, everything. So when we overgive, overextend, get overly in our head, we start leaking energy out to other places, and we become depleted. We can have anxiety, we can have depression, we can have our bodies start to have disease because we don't have any vitality. We're losing our vitality, which is our energy. So what's one way that I can show you or teach you or explain to you to contain your energy? It's really easy and it's really hard. It's remembering you have a choice. We always have a choice. People, but I have to go to work. Yes, you do probably have to go to work, but where you work, you get to choose. How people treat you in that job, you get to choose. You have more of a say than we sometimes believe we have. We have reasons to provide boundaries around ourselves. Will we accept behavior in the workplace? We have a choice whether we accept that, report that, and not allow it. We have a choice how we parent. We have a choice what kind of things we read and put in our body, as far as mind and soul. So, if you are watching the news 24/7, you could become riddled with anxiety because it could be fear-based. I choose to read my news. I do not, and when I read my news, if I'm in a heightened state or anxious state, that is not the time for me to read about war. I get to choose when I want to digest the news and in the way I want to digest the news. I'm not wanting anymore to see it perpetually in front of me on a screen. I want to choose who I get that news from, how I digest that, and when I digest that. Same goes for people in your life. Are you surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, who you like to be around, who you enjoy their company? You have a choice with people you put in your life. And if there are people you have to interact with who are less than pleasant, what if you have an ex-husband or an ex-partner or employees that are difficult? You can boundary these things. Something I was taught so long ago, but it was precious, is that when the phone rings and it's someone you don't want to talk to, there is a decline button. You do not have to go to every call, every text, every email. You do not have to answer those. Yes, if it's a vital emergency or someone died, yes. Okay, there are exceptions to the rule. But in a day-to-day, say you have an ex-partner that you don't get along with, but you have kids together and you need to communicate, you can choose how and when you communicate with that person. Are you in good space? Are you able to have a conversation? You can choose. Another helpful tip that I used to do is that if those difficult conversations, I would have them while I was driving someplace. So I could say, I have 5 minutes till I get to my appointment. Let's talk now. There's a beginning, a middle, and end to that conversation. So what we put in our bodies, do we fuel our bodies with sugar and junk food and then feel exhausted? Or do we choose healthier options? It's a little more work, but the outcome can be really great. So think about all the choices you have, and that, sometimes, for example, the other night, I had a bunch of emails that were in my inbox. And it really was nagging at me that maybe I should answer them. But I made the choice to go for a walk instead. Hot walk. It's really hot in North Carolina. But in that walk, things came to me, things that I wanted to talk about in these videos eventually and things like that. And that walk was so much more informative than those 5 emails that were in my inbox that none of them required an instant answer. They all got an answer within 24 hours because that's just my personality. I'm going to respond in a timely manner. But they weren't urgent. And realizing that not everything is urgent and that you can give yourself space before replying, reacting, you can give yourself space and grace, that's what I like to say, can help you. Okay, so this week, practice choice. Practice remembering that you have a choice on what you consume, who you spend your time with, how you spend your time, what you put in your body, what you fuel your mind with. Remember, you're important. Your energy is important. And when we make choices from that standpoint, that life can go easier. I can tell you that once I made these choices and once I changed my energy, instead of hitting speed bumps like that, you go over them. You still have the stuff happen in life that just sucks. But when your energy is higher, they're not as dramatic of impact. You actually can go over them with far more ease. Have a great day.